Hello, all you imps, pixies, and other fine fae folk. It's me, Michelle, the Hobby Hobbit. This is a channel where we play with different kinds of artsy craftsy things, but we are master of none. To those of you who are just coming back, hi, how are ya? I'd love it if you would consider giving me a like and a subscribe. To those of you who have already come back, hi, how are ya? How you doing? Welcome back. Here's my shout outs. You know the drill. I say it in every video. Give them some love. Information in my description box. Right, let's get to it. Okay, so to save you guys a lot of misery, I've gone ahead and this was actually kind of fun, but I did a collage of coffee dyed papers on the back of my page. And I have gone through and already aged or edged, inked, grunged the edges of all these. I did go ahead and go back through and get all of the colors. So we have of that set. We have the green, we have the red, that's barely a blue, and then where's that teal color? Nope, that's the green and the teal color. So I'm just going to have a fun little play and glue these on, mishmash them every which way but loose, yeah? So I don't know what it is that's telling me this, but I feel like you guys really should be liking and subscribing to me. I don't know what it is. I just don't know. There's just something that is telling me some way, somehow. Finger's okay. I do have the cut from yesterday, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it wrapped because it's kind of catching where the skin was cut pretty deep down here. So it's kind of catching, and I'd really hate to rip it open again. Right, so this, I'm just going to kind of go through and glue on there. And we're just going to put bits on any which way, every which way, however it feels right to us. I've only made a masterboard once before, honestly, so yeah, this will be fun. It'll be fun, fun, fun till her daddy takes her T-bird away. You feel me? You picking up what I'm laying down, dog? Okay, I want something bold here. Let's put red there. And there's no rhyme or reason to how I'm doing this. I'm just throwing them on. I did see Carrie the crafter likes to rotate his pieces every now and again so that they don't all kind of face the same way. So I'm consciously going to try to do that, as well as I place them, or I'm going to try to place them any which way of Sunday. Yeah. I'm not really trying to throw them, you know, some may be facing this way, some may be facing this way, some might be doing this. We're just going to kind of have a play with it and see where it takes us. This is going to be okay if it's over a little bit. We'll just peeky pokey that bit out. So yeah, it is Sunday. This is going to go up on Monday. I'm trying to get a little bit more content out there for you guys. I'm conscious that I have not been filming a whole lot lately due to being freaking exhausted from this road construction, you guys. Like, it is no joke. But the last couple days I've been able to get down there. It's been a little bit easier because they've done part of the construction is complete. So instead of going like all the way up, over, back down, and around again, now I am just sort of going a little out of my way. But it's a curvy road. I've got extreme car sickness, you guys. Like, I get car sick so bad, so I have to go really slow. I've got to take a nausea and a dizzy pill before I drive home and before I drive to work. But I'm getting home about, or have been getting home about 6:20 versus 6:30, 6:40. So I'm not going to complain too much there. Oh, let's go ahead and grab that a little bit more up. Da, 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 da. So you guys will be happy to know that I have killed the, well, I haven't yet, but I'm going to kill the guillotine. It's going in the trash. I'm going to tape it so that nobody else gets hurt on this thing. It's like it's a cursed object. It is, woof. But yeah, it's going to be so that nobody else can get hurt on it. I'm not having that on my conscience since I'm sticking it out in the trash. But I've bought a roller one. What's it called? What's the word? Daggone it. Here I go again with my Bubba Randing and my forgetting. Like my memory, you guys. I've got COVID brain. Ever since I've had COVID, I can't remember crap. What is it called? Not rollator. It's our rotary. It's a rotary cutter. So it'll have like this little thing that I just go zzz, zzz. Granted, that probably means that I'm not going to be able to cut anything straight again. But, you know, it is what it is. Actually, you know what? I want this to be here. Let's do this way. Let's do a little. I don't feel like there's a big pop of yellow in here anywhere. So we want a big pop of yellow. Yeller, he's your feller. There we go. That's the one I want. And let's do, no, we got a lot of that. We don't have a lot of the green though. So let's go ahead and throw some greeny in here. Now I'm just going to cut one just to throw it in on the edges of this, or should I even worry about it? I don't know if I should even worry about it. Yes, because this is 12, so I can cut one in half and then do, yes. Okay, so we are going to worry about it. Right, so being very careful of this one. This one has not bit me yet. I'm going to cut this. I hope you guys can see me. I'm trying not to put it on the glue. Marvel, you're okay, baby. You're okay, little puppy. Mommy loves you. Come on. That may be a little crooked, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry too much about that. Put that down. Yeah, see, that's pretty much covered. Why, it's grease lightning. Don't ask me. I don't know why that just popped out like that. No clue. None. Zero zip zilch. Okay, and then I think just a couple more on this end, and that'll be fine. I may put a few more haphazard on here so that we don't have any possible cracking in it. You know what I mean? Jelly bean? Cooked dinner. That was fun with one finger on my dominant hand messed up. But it is what it is. That's my own fault for... Whew. Yeah, it's just my own fault. Needless to say, that thing is not going to be in my home anymore. I'm going to wrap that sucker up and put it in a box and put it in the garbage. I'm conscious that I am going over the edge, but I feel like I can cut these down on the edges. Okay, get that off of there. I don't need this over here now. Now we can just slowly work on this and put these in places where we feel like we need them. Maybe, should I go up there? Poo. I guess I'm going to. Excuse me. We're just kind of placing it over the seams so that it doesn't come apart. You know what I mean, jelly bean? I'm not being too precise because I can always come back and put art glitter under it if I need to later. Let's do this one. I think we're probably okay. No, I want something in this right here. Do I? No, I don't think I do. So I think we're okay on that. And if I feel like I need extra on it later, we can certainly do so. So the premise of this is going to be that we're going to cut this in half when it dries. And then I'm going to do thirds. So I'll have three. I'm going to do four 3x6 tags and then three 4x6 journal cards. That's the kind of the idea of this. Yeah, I like this. Turned it into something I didn't like into something I do, and then we can individually decorate these as we need to. And I have extra, probably enough to do another one, honestly, or at least a smaller one. Or I could use these as ephemera pieces, you know. So, do I get the heat gun out and dry it, or should we just go ahead and let's go ahead and cut and trim? Because you better believe I'm not getting out, oh, Fred, because he is a bloodthirsty monster. Which is ironic because I watched Little Shop of Horrors yesterday, you guys. So now, like, when I think about that guillotine, I'm thinking, feed me. Feed me, Seymour, I'm hungry. Now, unfortunately, I am going to have to get Fred out to do the first cut. No, I'm not. I can use one of my slicers. Which makes me wonder, can I not just use one of the slicers for this, too? Because this is... Suddenly Seymour. For those of you tracking, he is laying on the floor on his bed. Most of his body is in his bed. Just his little sexy little booty and his little sexy legs. Those are the only things not in the bed. Oh, he's such a handsome puppy. Such a handsome boy. Now, should I spray some of my alcohol inks onto this too? Maybe we can do just a little bit. Wait there, just what you need. That doesn't hardly show. One of these is that yellow color. It's this one. There we go. I think we're going to do that. And we're going to let it dry a bit. Okay, I think I'm going to... Oh, devil. Hold on. This bit here, when I cut it, it ripped. So we're going to do a bit of a paper surgery here. So I found a new show that I was watching yesterday and today. It's not new, but new to me. Miracle Workers. It's got Steve Buscemi. He plays God. And then it's got Daniel Radcliffe. And a couple other... Oh, there's a spot there that needs to be covered. And a couple others that are newer to the, I would say, acting scene. That'll work there. And so the whole premise is God basically gets bored of Earth and wants to destroy it. And this one girl that's just transferred into the miracle department makes a bet with God that if she can perform one impossible miracle, that he will save the Earth, that he won't demolish it. So that's kind of the premise of the show. That needs one there too. I'm seeing seams now. And so Daniel Radcliffe's character has been in this department for a long, long time. She's only been there for a few days. And so they've got to try and perform an impossible miracle. It's a cute show. I reckon this is probably too wet to try and cut, but I'm going to cut it anyways. So when I complain about it not being even, you guys can tell me, but Michelle, you did that to yourself. It's your fault. I think I probably need something there too. Does that have... Yeah, okay. All right, I'm going to leave it because otherwise I'm just going to end up layering and layering and layering, and then this thing's going to end up 10 feet thick. So I'm going to set that aside, and I'll come back to you guys in just a moment. Okay, we're back. I know. I've got Fred out, but I don't want to ruin a slicer because this is like glued and stuff. I'm going to be extremely careful. I'm actually standing up so that I don't cut myself. We're going to be extremely careful with it. Coming out and around. This one is going to be every 4 inches. So if that's 12, I want one at 8. Oh, that's crookedy. So want one at 8. 4. And I want one at 9. 6. 3. Put that up there. From above and this side, we're going to move this. There. Now let's kind of take a peek at what we've come up with. Oh yeah, I'm liking this. I'm liking this. That's got to be straightened up, obviously, but I'm liking it. Oh, yeah. It's just, it turned from something that I just really didn't like into something that I do. You know what I mean? Because I was having a real struggle with those pages and what to do with them. Because they were just so plain. They just didn't seem, I mean, they were map. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I just saw a little lift up somewhere. They were map. But they were also kind of plain. So I did not, didn't quite like them. These I like. This is the Elmer's super glue, or super strong glue. The Elmer stuff that the liquid super strong, mega strength, whatever. Just look, I'm just basically just barely lifting to see if there's any pieces that need to be glued along the edging. And I couldn't wait, you guys. I ended up getting my heat gun out so that I could dry it, so I could cut it with you guys. All right. I'm going to go ahead and straighten that one. Actually, we'll go ahead and do this now with Mr. Holtz's wonderful cutter that has not bit me and doesn't crave my blood. We're just going to go ahead and grab all of these and make sure that they're even. And then we're going to trim around the edges of the cards. Okay. First, I want that to be trimmed because I've got a little tiny bit that's not there. That's mostly straight. I think it's on this side that it needs to be trimmed. So we're just going to take it, as Julie from Camellia Craft Design says, we're just going to take a smidge. That looks much, much better. Happy with that one. Let's take a peeky poo at this one. This one appears to be straight. Hang on. No, it's just a little bit off, and I think it's... Is it? No, I don't think it is. I think it's straight. Hang on. Yeah, it's straight. Okay, that one's good. That one looks good to me. This one looks good to me, but I think I need to take just a little bit off of each edge because there's just the tiniest little bit that's... Come on, a little bit more than that. Just the tiniest little bit that wasn't covered. Good for me. Good for me. That's uneven on that side for sure. Yeah. Oh, you're coming off. Let's get our gluey glue. Probably not a smart idea to glue on top of my guillotine that I like and I paid some good money for. Why did that not? What is happening? Okay, that's going to come off. That whole section is going to come off. Okay, I'm going to put that up there so that I remember to cut that little sliver. This is the one that's got the wonkety edge in a couple different places. I reckon that these are all going to have to come down some. 1, 2, that looks okay. That one's wonkety. 3. Need a shop of orders. I'm just basically trying to even this all up. I think that looks good too. So we're going to put you aside for now, back in your home. That's interesting. My hand is numb. My thumb anyways. I'm going to have to find a brace again, I think, because I think what's happening is from when I had my surgery, and then the vibration of driving, I think it's probably kind of meshing unfavorably with my recovering nerves. So I think I'm just going to buy a brace to drive in. That's the plan anyways. Okay, I don't know if this is going to do it because there we go. All right. All right, all right, all right. Now, that feels dry. Little shop of horrors. I need to make some more dingle dangles, don't I? I need to make one for the Michael's Craft Glue and one for the art glitter. I reckon that'll be fine. Yes, baby, yes. She works. She's working it, girl. Yes. Slay, queen. I think, yeah, I'm going to have to slide some glue under there, but we'll do that when we work with this. Should we decorate these, or do you want to wait and do that on another video? Maybe we could just decorate one. Let's cut the taggy tags into taggy tag shapes. Now, for those of you who don't have one of these, they're super simple to do. You just grab any kind of used gift card and just cut different angles, make some small, make some big. I'm most favorable to this one here. This is my favorite one to do. And then all you do is you grab a handy dandy pair of scissors. I did see this first with Margaret from Seven Plaza. And then you can do this one of two ways, three ways actually. You could pick this up and flip it over, yeah. You could turn the card over, yeah. Or, and I don't like doing it this way because it's just too fiddly for me, you could pick up the corner and cut it. But that's just too fiddly for me. I need to clean these carefully. Because I've been cutting through glue, and so now they're wanting to stick. Don't worry, guys, I'm being very careful. She said as she takes the wet wipe away, that was protecting her hands. Have I mentioned I've always been an accident waiting to happen? I can fall upstairs and trip over paper. My dad was trying to teach me to swim, and he said sink or swim and tossed me into a lake, and I sunk. I showed him. Well, yes, I did. You challenged me. Okay. And he grabbed me out by my bathing suit straps. You should have seen my first few tags when I first started doing this, because I didn't know this trick and I was cutting them. Woof. I was cutting them like this much. Let me see. So they were like a severe tag shape. Woof, you guys. Like, it was bad. It was really bad. So I was really grateful when I saw this, and I was like, okay, I can do that. I mean, who doesn't have a used gift card lying around that's not any good? I used to use them for cutting washi tape against. You know, you put the washi tape down and... Okay, so we have our cards and our tags, all from one 12 by 12 sheet that we made out of pages that we didn't like. Do you want to do a little decoration on one of them? Where's one that's got a lot of red in it? Do we have one? That. Wait. This one I think will work. I haven't done anything with mushrooms, so I'm thinking let's do something with some mushrooms. Let's do some mushrooms. Some mushrooms. Some mushy, mushy mushrooms. Sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me. And I don't know why you guys keep coming back to me. So I got this mushroom paper. Love that. We have these mushrooms, and then some Tim Holtzy mushrooms. So let's just... I like these because these are clear. So this is going to show through. So it's still going to be decorative, but it's still going to be true to what we've made. You follow me? See what I mean? And I actually quite like that. Huh. Okay, I like that. Now, let's see, do we have a bigger one, though, so that we can make a bigger one behind them? No, that's just too much. Okay, so that's the one I'm doing. I'm going to put that on there. We'll cut around the bottom and the edges. Do we need, we'll do a butterfly or something up top. Yeah? Leave a shop of horrors. Why? Oh, that's going to be in my head. I don't want to watch the whole movie again. I just couldn't find anything that interested me yesterday. This was after I did this. I was stuck with, like, every time I coughed, I could feel it throb, the heartbeat throb in my finger. Had to keep it up and raised. Yeah, it was fun times yesterday. But I'm okay today. I managed to make dinner for me and my mama. We had mince, well, cottage pie. Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, it's got some glare to it, but that's okay. I'm okay with the glare. Some people don't like it. It doesn't bother me one way or the other. I'm all about the pretty of the picture. And see, then we've got this nice little journal space on the back. Yeah. Now, obviously, I'll go through and edge. Didn't do that on this because I know you guys don't. As much as I know you love hearing me sing We Gonna Grunge It Up, I guess I could do it just once. Just to remind you guys of the song, yeah? Just to remind you of the song. Because it's been a while since you heard me sing. We gonna grunge it up. We gonna grunge it up. We gonna grunge, 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 grunge it up. We gonna grunge it up. Grunge it up. Grunge, 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 grunge it up. And I'm going to be quick. I'm not going to be like pickety. Now I think we'll punch a hole in it, but instead of doing a eyelet, I think I'm going to, yeah, we got red here. We'll do these on it. I'm just going to do a regular hole punch too, you guys. I'm not going to get out the We Are Memory Makers one. We're just going to go about halfway. So my mom snuck up out of nowhere to scare me. She's worried about my brother because he's not home yet. He works the fair and festival circuit. And it's like, he'll be fine, Mom. He's fine. He'll be fine. He'll be home. It's okay. But I'm going to do this part. Then I'm going to close this video because she's worried and wants me to call him. And I don't know his number by heart because I use a cell phone now. Okay, so let's go ahead and... So the stickers that I got, those mushroom stickers, I'm sure came from Amazon. These that I punched the red hole, these, which I could... It's just because this one's on the front. The other one's okay to blend in. Well, not really, but it sticks out enough. But these came from... I got a paper pack from the Dollar Tree of a bunch of different bits and pieces of paper. Okay, there we have it. One tag and decorated, and lots of other fun things not decorated. Until next time, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.